have a video last week. I'm slowly finding out that it's very difficult to try and get things done when a baby won't sleep. And last week was kind of rough, but we're doing better, and I'm starting to get the hang of making a routine. Right now I'm making some protein pancakes right now, so I'm kind of meal prepping as she's sleeping, because if you don't multitask as a mom, you're not going to get anything done. That's just the reality of it. But I did get some new protein. They have a new flavor. NLA for Her has a new flavor, blueberry muffin. So I'm trying that out with my pancakes. And I've definitely been slacking on meal prepping, and so I've been finding it really difficult to try and get enough food in me during the day as I'm dealing with her. So I'm taking advantage of this time as she's sleeping to get a lot of meal prepping done and leave the cleaning for later. I've been trying to focus on keeping the house clean the last week, and it's definitely showed in my mood. I've been more tired because I haven't been able to get enough calories for breastfeeding. But this week I decided that I'm going to make sure I get enough to eat every single day. I have stuff ready to go, so that way if she's fussy, I can just warm it up in the microwave real quick as she's in my arms with one hand. But I did want to show you guys that I'm not leaving you guys hanging. I wanted to make sure that I got a video done this week. I might even get a second one done, just because last week I didn't have any. I haven't been able to get any of the studying done. That's another goal that I have for this week. But like I said, I did get some new protein. I decided to get 2 more tubs of protein with my tax return. And I also got 2 more tubs of the BCAAs. So that way I have them, I'm ready, and I don't have to worry about getting more for a little while. But as far as my meal prepping goes, I wanted to give you guys some insight to it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm making a bunch of protein pancakes, because those are always easy to just throw in the microwave or just eat them cold. And it's a great quick snack. I can eat a couple of them and make sure that I get some protein in me while I'm waiting or trying to find some time to have a bigger meal. I'm also going to be making some breakfast bowls. So I'm going to have some hash browns, I'm going to have some sausage and eggs. I'm going to mix those all up and divide them into containers, so that way I can just warm them up really quick in the microwave, as well as Christopher can do the same thing for himself while he's getting ready for work. If he doesn't quite have time to make breakfast, there's breakfast made for us. I also have some lunch meat in the fridge that I'm going to be making some sandwiches with. I've been trying to cut back on dairy because I don't want it to affect her belly, and we think that it's harder for her to digest right now. So I've been trying to cut back on the dairy. So instead of having, cheese or mayo on my sandwiches, all I have is wheat bread and a bunch of meat. And sometimes I'll put some mustard on there just to add a little bit of flavor. But for the most part, that's just what I have for my sandwiches, which is kind of a plain Jane boring. But if it means that her belly's okay, then we're all happy, because if her belly's okay, then she's content. If it's not okay, then she's not happy, and we're not happy because she's not feeling good. So that's what I'll also be doing. And then I have some chicken in the freezer that I'm going to be thawing out and cooking in bulk. I probably won't be able to get to that today, but if I do, I'll be doing that today and dividing that up with some vegetables and I have some sweet potato mash or yam mash that my mom made for me in the fridge. I'll divide that and the chicken and probably some brown rice and vegetables into containers and keep them in the refrigerator, so that way I can also just grab them, warm it up real quick, and eat it. As far as dinners go, we're kind of hit and miss. Sometimes we're here for dinner, sometimes we're over at our family's house for dinner. So as far as dinners goes, I'll just be making that as we need it. we have some steaks in the fridge that I'm marinating that we're going to have for tonight. And I have some more that are thawing in the fridge. And then I'll put in a marinade tonight to have for tomorrow night for dinner. But mainly I'm just trying to get enough good whole grains and make sure that I keep up with a lot of green leafy veggies and some fruit. I think we still have some apples, so I'll probably cut those up, put a little bit of lemon juice on them so that they don't get brown, and stick them in bags so that way I can just grab them and snack on them easily, because it's definitely a lot easier to eat apple slices than a whole apple. I found that one out really quick. I did end up getting one of those boba wraps or baby carrier wraps to hold her in, and I'm not quite able to do it without holding her just because I don't like having her just hang there. I do like to hold her up a little bit more, but it's made it a lot easier to make her content as I'm walking around with her, because a lot of times when her belly's not feeling good, she just wants to be held and she just wants cuddles. And so to have that, it's a lot easier. I actually ended up getting it over the weekend because her and I went shopping with Christopher's parents up in Bridgeport, and I didn't want to have her in the car seat all day, and the carrier that we have right now, I can't wear it yet just because the bottom strap goes over my incision, and so it'll be great for Christopher to wear, but right now I just can't wear it, and it'll be great for when she's bigger and heavier because it has more support. It's more supportive than the wrap, because the wrap kind of strains my back a little bit after a little while, but that's just because I have to use my back muscles and stay upright more so that I can hold the weight. I definitely got used to not having the weight anymore in my belly, and when I started wearing her with the wrap, I got it all back, so it was kind of weird, but I definitely love it, and she loves it. She loves being in it because it has her close to me, so she gets the warmth, she gets the heartbeat, so she's really happy about it. But yeah, so we are going to be moving, so starting kind of next week or the week after, we're going to start cleaning up a couple of the rooms at his parents' house, and we're going to end up painting it. We're going to clean it really good, and then in a couple weeks we're going to start moving stuff into their place because they've been really nice and they've offered to have us move in, so that way we can put aside the money that we would be using for rent to have a down payment on a house. And so the goal is to have a house by our daughter's first birthday, so she can have her first birthday in her own house. That was actually a great idea that my mom brought up, and so that's a goal that we have, and I think we're definitely going to be able to do it. It'll be really awesome. And it'll be nice to have our own place and not have to worry about rent, or if we're allowed to do this, or if we're allowed to do that. And right now the apartment that we're in has a lot of moisture problems, and so I'm always having to change those moisture absorbing containers and stuff. So it'll be nice to not have to worry about that. And it also has only single pane windows, so heat goes out of our apartment like crazy. And so when we've been having this snow and super cold weather lately, it's been making our electric bills skyrocket because our heating it's electric with baseboard heaters, which aren't the greatest as it is. And so trying to keep it warm for the baby has been kind of difficult. I'm actually surprised she's still sleeping. I kind of thought that I might have to go get her in the middle of the video because she was kind of squawking when I started it. But yeah, so it's super nice that they're offering to have us move in for a little while. Probably by the end of the year, we'll be able to move back out and into a house. So that's about all that I have for this week for you guys. I wanted to have more to share with you guys, but I decided since I needed to get some meal prepping done, I could make a video at the same time. Kind of get two birds with one stone. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of struggling to try and keep enough calories in me and eat enough, because when I was pregnant, I still had to eat more than I did before I was pregnant. But when you're breastfeeding, I have to eat much more than even that. And I have to be careful with what I eat, because everything that I eat, it will affect her belly. And so some spicy, I tried to make things as plain as possible, so not really a whole lot of spices, which kind of sucks because I love flavor and I love spicy food, but if it means that it hurts her belly, then I will stay away from it. And so over the last few weeks, we've gotten better with narrowing down, what things kind of upset her belly, and we're starting to really get the hang of how to make her feel better and understand whether she's hungry, whether she wants a diaper change, or whether her belly just hurts. But as far as she goes, her growing is phenomenal. We have a weight check next week on Thursday, and I also have my first doctor appointment since giving birth next Thursday. So next Thursday I'll be making a video and let you guys know how all that went. But right now our 1-month-old is in 3-month-old outfits, and she's in size 1 diapers. And so she's definitely growing like crazy. I think she's probably between 9 and 10 pounds. I weighed her yesterday with me on a scale, but she also had her clothes on and her diaper. So it said that she was 10 pounds, but I think she's just between 9 and 10. So probably by next week she'll probably be about 10 pounds. And I think she's probably grown at least an inch, if not 2, since her last doctor appointment a couple weeks ago. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how much she's grown. I have been able to start pumping recently the last couple of days, which has been really nice, because now I'll be able to stock up on milk for her, so that way Chris and I can go and do something if we need, or be able to go out on a date every once in a while, and he and I can also go to the gym together, as opposed to me just leaving with her right after she eats and crossing my fingers she doesn't get hungry before I get home. That was the plan that we were going to do, but I'm really glad that I've been able to start stocking up on milk, so that way that we can make sure that she's totally content and comfortable no matter how long I'm gone. Because, if I go to the grocery store to go grocery shopping, you never know how long you're going to take, because, cash registers can take for forever, or they can be super quick. So definitely fortunate to be able to nurse her and pump. But like I said, that's about all that I have for you guys this week. So again, next week I'm going to try and make a video on Thursday after her doctor appointment and my doctor appointment, let you guys know how that went. And depending on how my doctor appointment goes will dictate what kind of exercises I can start doing. I'll move this down. I've already lost quite a bit of the weight that I gained while I was pregnant. I know I look ridiculous with high-waisted, but I try to keep it up higher so that it's not on my incision. But as you can see, I do still have a lot of loose skin, as well as a fat layer from when I was pregnant. I also, you can't tell, but I have a lot of stretch marks, and so hopefully those will go away and fade over time. But whether they do or not, I have them now. So it was really hard for me to deal with that while I was pregnant. But I'm starting to just understand, as I'm losing weight, I'm actually getting some more, or they're appearing more on my skin. They're more prominent as I lose weight. So it's kind of weird in that sense. But they're just something that I have. And whether they go away or not, I'm starting to accept the fact that I have them. I have this beautiful daughter, and even though I had to go through a whole lot to get her, it was all worth it, and I would do it all again. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to you later.